by Excellency Park, South Korean Ambassador to the Republic of Ghana, and some of our colleagues from the Ministry of Education, the Technical Advisor Professor Joe, and Nina, the contractor project of a university. And this is my first official visit. So I'm accompanied further by the mayor for Abuaka, who is also supporting us to do a tour and a familiarization visit and assessment of the physical infrastructure of the University for Engineering and Agricultural Sciences, which originally was thought of to be part of the University for Environment and Sustainable Development. I should acknowledge that this project is funded with the general support of the Korean government with $90 million US. We started April 2022. As we went around buildings, or refer to them as the School of Engineering and School of Agricultural Sciences, President John Dramani Mahama will continue, as is expected of him under the directive principles of state policy. He would complete this university for the use of Ghanaian students. Our cooperation with the Korean government emphasizes the area of research and innovation, and more importantly, academic and cultural exchange. This university initiative started off as a symbolic gesture of the cooperation between Ghana and Korea. Today is a tangible gesture. It's gone beyond symbolism to a real infrastructure to support higher education and tertiary education, subject to the availability and the payment of the outstanding obligations. I'm aware that there is a $9.8 million US outstanding with the Ministry of Finance, and cumulatively $28.6 million outstanding of the $90 million to get the project completed. As you notice, apart from the School of Engineering and the School of Agricultural Sciences, we saw the dormitory of hostel facility which can house 400 students female, 400 students male. We've seen the exhibition room and the cafeteria. And as I indicated, work on this project in 2022 had to stop because Ghana had to go through the debt exchange program. And it's important that I emphasize that the stalling of this project, even in the words of former President Nana, his darkest hour was debt exchange. That is how much long-term damage was done to the Ghanaian economy and its management, unsustainable debt that has affected the effective completion of this project and the commencement of it. And as I'm giving the assurance, Excellency Park, I'm aware that in the course of this year, President Mahama will be in Korea for a state visit. I'm sure my colleague, the Foreign Minister, together with you and your officials in Korea, are putting the finishing programs for Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And I can say with certainty that President John Dramani will ask for additional financing to escalate this project so that we can get better numbers. And to you, ladies and gentlemen of the media, I'm happy to formally announce, subject to Cabinet and Parliament passing the bill of the University of Engineering and Agricultural Sciences into law, and on or before 30th March, that will be done, subject to the President's pleasure. Once Cabinet gets the bill adopted, I will get it through Parliament and get it passed into law for the establishment of the University of Engineering and Agricultural Sciences. I'm also happy to announce that effective October 2026, this university will take off with its first admission of 800 students in the School of Engineering and the School of Agricultural Sciences. Since I'm not a professor, it will be 400 agricultural sciences, 400 engineering or other areas, so that they can benefit from the innovation and research experience of the Excellency can be assured that we are not just going to mobilize your outstanding amount. I have already discussed this with the Honorable Minister for Finance, Honorable Atuforse, who indicated to me that one of the most friendly concessionary financing is that which comes from the Korean Economic Development Corporation Fund, the ETCF. And he's happy. We are just preparing to walk out of the IMF. I'm sure on or before the end of August or end of this year, we should be out of it. But be assured that the Honorable Minister for Finance will honor the outstanding $9.8 million and the cumulative $28.6 million. I should commend Mina, the contractor. We don't have, I'm sure in Ghana we also have some female contractors, but not many of them as successful as you. We have enjoyed a beautiful edifice of your work. I'm sure we could adopt this as a prototype that if you want to establish a university, you could go with this example. So $90 million should be sufficient for the takeoff of the university, depending upon the capacity that you are looking at. So very impressive. We are very impressed with what you have seen. And then also Excellency Park, let me assure you that part of government obligation is to connect the road from the Kumasi and Sawam road here. Mayor, that becomes our burden. So I'll shift back to local structures. But I'm also happy to know that the Ghana Water Company will be coming in strongly in the coming weeks to get water connected to this facility. The electricity company of Ghana will start work today. Today, I'm very certain that they will be here. So we are mobilizing effectively to see the effective takeoff of the University of Engineering and Agricultural Sciences. So those of you in the media, don't go and say that we haven't recognized the building block that was laid by the previous government. We do, but we also note with dissatisfaction that long-term damage was done to the Ghanaian economy because of excessive reckless borrowing. Other than that, I'm sure they would have had the opportunity to commission between 2023 and 2024 is completed. So the stalling of it, as I said, is attributable to go the West of Ghana to his darkest hour, not my dark hour, his darkest hour of the debt exchange. But trust that for us is expanding access to higher education. President Mohammed's core vision for higher education is access, relevance, and quality. But more importantly, where is Professor Asamoah? Industry, academia, collaboration. must be the niche of this university. How can industry and academia collaborate? And I speak without hesitation that universities have some responsibility to review their pedagogies in order that training will reflect and respond to the needs of industry and commerce, and also respond to a rapidly changing technological world. So, young man, George, take us through agriculture. What would they study? Engineering, what they would study? And I'll yield the floor to Excellency Park, Professor Asamoah and his team, and our team at the project unit at the Ministry of Education for their diligent supervision of this work. I know sometimes he has come to me without a smile. Minister, where is the money? Finance is not paying us. There's 11 million outstanding, 9.8 million outstanding, 28 million outstanding. Dead exchange. But we'll get it done.
We have this university started construction around April 2022. And as Honorable said, due to some debt exchange, we had to go through suspension up to this stage. But for currently, we are 95% complete. And we are looking forward that by March this year, construction will be done. And at the same time, too, the equipment and furniture should be completed by April. So, in this university, we have two schools, being the School of Engineering and School of Agriculture. School of Engineering, we have 4 courses that will be done over there, which is Industrial Engineering, Computer Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Electrical Engineering. At School of Agriculture, we also have 4 courses which is supposed to be done there, which is Agronomy, Livestock, Animal Science, and Agribusiness. So we've gone around and we've seen what is happening here. Buildings that we have over here, we have exhibition building, we have auditorium, which has a capacity of 750. We have the School of Engineering, we have School of Agriculture, we have the library and cafeteria, we have the residence for the professors, the lecturers, the staffs, as well as the vice chancellors, pro VCs, and the registrars. So for now, we are on course, and we are looking forward to start this university by October, as Honorable said.
South Korea, Honorable Minister, members of media, we all know and we must admit that successful economies have been built on industry and agriculture. And that is the more reason why this university is going to start with 2 faculties, the School of Engineering and the School of Agriculture. I must point out that this university has been built on the foundations and the models of South Korea. And with this, we are going to concentrate on industry-academia collaboration. We have, as part of the facilities here, an innovation center or an exhibition center, and that is going to permit interdepartmental courses and projects. We are also going to have industry and companies who will be here to allow student interns to be part of the research and the work that they do. So on behalf of the Development Committee of the University of Engineering and Agricultural Sciences, we want to also thank the Honorable Minister for giving us the opportunity to be part of this project. Thank you. My name is Professor Makadum. I'm the chairman of the Development Committee.
So accordingly, the contractor, Mina, you have not later than 31st May to complete this project for takeoff of the project in October. Subject to us paying you come for the check, you go to Antiforce for the check. So we'll pay you your outstanding balance of the $9.8 million and cumulatively $28.6 million. But as I indicated, now that we have Honorable Regional Minister, President Mahama, reliably and adequately informed by the Foreign Minister, may visit Korea in the course of this year. And I'm very certain that President Mahama will seek additional financing for the expansion of this university. And I'm sure that the Korean government should be happy to support us, as this has gone beyond a symbolic gesture to a tangible bond of the relationship between Ghana and Korea. So may the relationship between the government and people of Ghana and South Korea be further
Stage alone in front of the media. Anyways, we will favorably consider Honorable Minister's suggestion. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak in front of the media. Firstly, this project was initiated a few years ago and a little bit delayed because of the various reasons. But I would really appreciate to Honorable Minister because he is excellent leadership. Maybe we can expedite the completion of this beautiful campus here. Secondly, maybe we assisted for the hardware, the buildings and everything. But my government would not stop here. We will provide the software side also. So operation-wise, I know that the Ghanaian side also has expertise and experience, but we may add something in operating this beautiful campus. So we will put our ODA fund to support the operation of this building. Finally, as Honorable Minister mentioned, education and training is the basic and the fundamental issue for the development of the country. As an ambassador of the Republic of Korea, I'm quite happy we can be put on some stones underneath for the development of the Ghana and for the Ghanaian people. I'm quite happy. Thank you so much.